Hi YouTube, I'm Kirsty, and it is past my bedtime. No, but if you missed 205 Live tonight, I got you. Okay, first we have a little promo of Drew Gulak saying, I beat Tony Nese, and I have my claws dug into this title. Who dares step up to my championship? I am Drew Gulak, and I am the Cruiserweight Champion. Okay, so our first fight is Akira Tozawa with the Brian Kendrick on ringside versus Sumir Singh with his brother Sunil on ringside. So Sumir kicks Tozawa, dances. Tozawa does a huge elbow, a jab to Sumir. Sumir drives Tozawa into the turnbuckle, stands on Tozawa's neck. Irish whip, cover, Tozawa kicks out. Tozawa picks up Sumir, and Sumir tries to fight him, but Tozawa slams him, does a big kick, and Sumir rolls to ringside. Tozawa does a huge flip off the apron, hits Sumir, and then climbs the rope to get back in, but then Sunil tries to distract him. But the Brian Kendrick runs up and stops that. Tozawa rolls up Sumir, 3 count, Tozawa wins. Then both the Singh brothers start attacking Tozawa, and the Brian Kendrick helps kick them out of the ring. Next we have part 2 of a little interview they're doing with Humberto Carrillo. He basically, summary is he always said he'd be in WWE. He wants to keep the Lucha Libre tradition alive, and he will be Cruiserweight Champion. After this, we have Mike Kanellis versus Jackson James. If you think you've heard that name before, Jackson James was part of the tag team that fought the War Raiders, the Viking Raiders, on Monday Night Raw. So what is this, ladies and gentlemen? Squash match. Maria, my spirit animal, is watching backstage. Kanellis does a bunch of big kicks and chops, spine buster to James, runs into James in the turnbuckle, does two clotheslines to him. Huge slam, cover, of course Kanellis wins. Mike keeps beating him, and then he grabs the mic and says, "Did you think that's what I was going to get fined for? Drake, get out here." So Drake Maverick comes out, and he says, "We could have spoken in my office." And Mike says, 2 months ago, our contracts expired. We could have gone anywhere, but I wanted to prove to my wife I can be Cruiserweight Champion, and I want to beat you. And Drake says, "Whoa, bro. I don't fight. I'm just the GM. But you really think you can compete with Tozawa, the Brian Kendrick? You wouldn't last long like you didn't on Raw." And then Mike says, "You're talking about lasting long," and says something very inappropriate, but we're keeping it clean for the kids. Mike says, "You call yourself the GM, but you've been too busy with the 24/7 title to care about us." And Drake says, "Look, I'm the man who brought you here." And Mike says, "You're only half a man. A real man wouldn't let me talk to you like this. And a real man would never let me say that your wife is a filthy..." At this point, Drake punches Mike in the face, pummels him in the turnbuckle, and then a big drop kick. Mike leaves. And then it is our main event of 205 Live. It's Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus Chad Gable. Okay, they fought last month, and it ended on a count out because poor Gentleman Jack could barely stand afterwards. And he kept trying to walk back in the ring, but his legs kept buckling. Did you like that? New dance move. It's called the Gallagher leg buckle. Take it to the clubs. I don't go to the clubs anymore. I got kids. Okay, it starts with a handshake, of course, because Gentleman Jack. Gable quickly takes Jack down, cover, kick out. Jack does some finger manipulation, and Gable flips it and turns it into a hold. Jack gets out. There's a ton of arm twisting, and then them were like rolling around. Jack takes Gable down, but Gable does the bridge and an arm drag. Gable slams Jack, puts him in a hold, but Jack gets out. Gable does a shoulder tackle, but Jack picks up Gable, slams him, cover, kick out. Gable does the arm drag to Jack. He gets up. Then Gable does the arm bar, and Jack gets up. Can't keep this man down. He's a gentleman. Jack puts Gable in a submission, but Gable keeps reversing. A lot of submissions. You know how they do. You know how Gentleman Jack likes to do. I didn't write them all down. Gable picks up Jack with one arm. Like out, he was in a submission, and he just... like some sort of Roman god. Then he suplexes him. And then slams Jack into the turnbuckle, does a belly to belly, and then a knee drag to Jack after he's been really putting weight on Jack's knee in some of his submissions. Gable puts Jack in another knee hold, but Jack gets out. Oh no, Gable uppercuts him. Jack does a huge right to Gable, picks up Gable. You know how he does the hold and then drop. There's a cover. Gable kicks out. Gable runs at Jack, but Jack does a big elbow and then a drop kick. Gable gets thrown to ringside, and Jack beats him against the barricade. Jack goes in, flies to Gable. Gable does a German suplex to him on ringside. I guess I didn't say Gable rolled out, but he did. That's why Jack flew. I should have made the noise. Y'all didn't know what I was talking about because I didn't make the noise. Okay, so the ref is counting, and Gentleman Jack has just been suplexed on ringside. Gable picks him up and puts him back in the ring. Because remember, last time it ended on Jack could not get back in the ring. Gable's like, nah, bro, we're finishing the fight. I mean, that's what he was thinking. Gable immediately covers Jack, kick out. Jack gets out of an ankle lock with a bunch of punches, and Gable does a rolling kick, but Jack comes back with a huge headbutt. Sorry, that was just my face, all up in your face. Slaps are exchanged, then forearms are exchanged, then punches are exchanged. Jack runs at Gable in the turnbuckle, but Gable ducks, so Jack hits the turnbuckle, and Gable picks him up. DDT, cover, kick out. Gable goes to the top rope. He moonsaults, but Jack, when he's laying there, puts his feet straight up, and that's what Gable hits. Then Jack stands up, drop kicks Gable in the corner, covers, but Gable's foot hits the bottom rope. Jack puts Gable on the top rope. Punches are exchanged. Gable elbows Jack and gets him off the rope, but Jack climbs right back up with a bigger elbow. Jack gets on the rope with Gable. He tries to take Gable into a suplex. You know, he's like, woo! But in midair, Gable shifts his weight in his hips and turns it into a crossbody on Jack. It was nuts. Gable picks up Jack, does a bridge while holding Jack down. 3 count. Chad Gable wins. And then Chad Gable helps Gentleman Jack up off the ground because Chad Gable, too, is a gentleman. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Again, are y'all sick of my ending spiel yet? I'll try to dance or something to liven it up. So I do a podcast with the amazing Oz Banks called Beyond Serious. It's not safe for work. And thank you to all my new subscribers. And if I don't annoy you too much with this crazy white girl dancing, then feel free to subscribe. And you can follow me on Twitter at always_KIRSTIE. I live tweet things. Sometimes I'm funny. Those of you expecting a Love Island video, it is still not up on demand yet. Like, they seriously skipped this episode. I don't know what to do because I don't want to let anybody down, but I literally have no way to watch it and I have no idea what to do. But I'll figure it out because I do not have one of those cool DVR machines that the kids have. Anyway, thank you so much for watching once again. And as Joel McHale used to say, I watch it so you don't have to. Good night and goodbye.